Welcome back. We've got a very special guest joining us now on Newswatch, Dr. Noorali Bharwani, Medicine Hat resident who has just written a book, and he's joining us here today to talk about it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, all right. Just to start off, I guess, tell me, what is your book about?
My book is about life, the life I've lived in 4 continents. I was born and brought up in Tanzania, East Africa. And then I went to medical school in India, and then I did my surgical training in England, and then I've been in Canada for the last 28 years. So I've met lots of interesting people, been to a lot of interesting places, and I have lots of interesting stories to tell about myself, my family, my friends, about medicine. So finally I managed to have some time and write a book.
So very well traveled, more than enough stuff to write a book. Why Medicine Hat? What brought you here?
Well, medicine, when I finished my residency program in Edmonton, I looked for a position as a surgeon, and Medicine Hat was looking for one. So I came here, I liked it, and since then I've stayed here.
Okay. How does our area of the province compare to areas like Tanzania or England, like you had mentioned?
Well, it's different. You know, it has its own good side and bad side. England, I would recommend the weather there, because the weather is much better in Medicine Hat. Tanzania is very much like Medicine Hat. It's a warm place. But because of the political situation there, my family had to move out. So we came to Canada, and I ended up in Medicine Hat. And this is my home now.
Okay. Do you plan on sticking around here for a while?
That's my plan here. I've got a house and an office building, and I've got to look after that.
Okay. Yes, very well traveled, like you had mentioned. I'm sure you're putting stories into the book there. What can people expect from it? Is it a serious book, or is it about the journey?
Well, it's lots of emotional stuff in there, because there's some stories about myself, my family, some of my friends, and there's a lot of humor as well. So it's a mixed bag. I'm sure by the time one finishes the book, they'll finish it with a smile, so I can guarantee you that. So lots of serious stuff and lots of funny stuff. So it's a mixed bag.
Okay. Just for our conversation a little earlier, this isn't written for another surgeon. Anyone can read this book.
It's a very easy read. It's for the general public, basically. There's not a lot of medical stuff. Whatever is there is very easy to follow, and it's general advice. Doesn't apply to any one person, but take it in the spirit in which it's written.
Okay. Maybe take us through the time frame of the book. Is it your entire journey from living in each area you were to your time here in Medicine?
No, it's not a chronological order in any way. There are different stories about different things that have happened in my life, or in my family's life, or in my friends' lives. So there's no, it doesn't say I was born here. It starts with my birth, of course, but it doesn't follow each year how I lived. There are lots of different stories, basically interesting stories.
Okay. I understand it's recently been released, only out for 10 days now, but how is it being received so far?
Oh, generally the comments I've received are very good. People have been able to finish the book within a day or two, because it's very easy read, and I think it's very engaging. Of course, I'm biased, it's my book, but most people tell me that once they start reading it, it's hard to put it down, because it's simple to read, there's some humor there, and people like it. I think people like to smile and laugh.
Okay. I have to touch on a serious issue now, if you can answer this. Of course, you've been well-traveled, practiced medicine in many different areas. Healthcare in Alberta, how does it stack up compared to other places in the world?
Well, the healthcare in Alberta is much better than in other parts of the world, I can say that. But once you get good, you want it better, you want the best. And I think we human beings are a little greedy in nature, so they want more and more in life. So nothing is going to be enough in life, you know, whether it's healthcare, money, or whatever it is. We'll always ask for more. So things are not bad here, I would say.
Okay. Again, another serious issue. It might not be happening, the third wave plan, Ralph Klein third wave. Is there room in medical care in Alberta for private?
Private, I think there's a room, because I think there are people who are waiting a long time in the waiting list, and they would like to get something done about their health. We know that in an emergency situation, no Albertan will be sent home without treatment, whether the person is money or not. But on an elective basis, people have to wait a long time. And I can give you examples from my family itself. You know, sometimes they have to wait to see their specialist or doctors a long time. My daughter saw a specialist in Calgary, and we get a consultation report after 6 weeks, you know. My mother had a brain scan done. She got a report after 5 weeks. Now, a person would be dead by the time you get a report back after that, that amount of time. So there's need to expedite some of the things which are being done here. So there is some room for that, but I don't know how much. It depends on the people what in general they want.
Yeah, very difficult
Very
subject.
difficult. Yeah, it's a political question.
Absolutely. Okay. Tell us where people can get this book. Where can they check it out?
Well, there are 8 locations in town where they can buy the book. There's a hospital gift shop, Shoppers Drug Mart, Medicine at News, Mackenzie Eye Care Center, Hair Palace, Alberta Massage and Spa, Demon Lane's Tea Room and Gift Shop, and if they can't find it anywhere else, they should come to my office. There'll be one for them there.
Okay. So I hope the book does very well. I thank you very much for stopping by today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate this opportunity.
Okay. Thank you very much.